Imagine walking into a room designed not around luxury, but around pure, frictionless human utility. The air is warm, the floor dries within minutes, and the water temperature never fluctuates by a single degree. In most parts of the world, a bathroom is simply a functional necessity, a place where we hurry through morning routines amidst fogged mirrors and damp tiles. But in Japan, this space is engineered as a masterclass in quiet efficiency, spatial harmony, and psychological restoration. It is a system built on a deceptive simplicity, doing less manual work while achieving a vastly superior way of living. Why has a nation with some of the smallest residential footprints on Earth created what might be the most sophisticated bathing culture in human history? The answer lies in a fundamental design philosophy that challenges how we organize our daily lives. Modern burnout rarely stems from major life catastrophes. It builds up through hundreds of micro-frustrations experienced every single day. By re-engineering the most basic human routine, Japanese home design removes these invisible friction points entirely. The result is not just a cleaner room, but a calmer mind. For generations, Western architecture has prioritized the all-in-one bathroom, cramming the toilet, sink, and shower into a single enclosed square. We accept the inherent flaws. Someone cannot brush their teeth while another takes a shower, and humidity inevitably spreads across every surface. The Japanese perspective, however, treats the bathroom not as a static room, but as a dynamic flow of distinct human activities. By shifting our focus from aesthetic luxury to functional separation, we begin to see how intelligent systems can return hours of peace back to our lives. The power of spatial separation. In a typical Tokyo apartment, you will never find a toilet in the same physical zone as the bathtub. They are strictly divided into distinct spaces, often separated by dedicated entryways. This layout exists because of a deeply rooted cultural distinction between kare, the act of cleansing, and keigarai, or the presence of waste. When these two functions share a single footprint, the mind subconsciously treats the entire room as a zone of sanitation rather than a sanctuary of rest. Psychologically, physical boundaries create mental boundaries. When functions are combined, our brains remain in a state of mild, active vigilance. By physically isolating the wet bathing zone from the dry utility areas, the environment sends a clear signal to the nervous system. Step in here, and the demands of the outside world are temporarily paused. Consider a typical family morning rush. In a combined bathroom, the entire space becomes locked down by one person's routine, creating immediate domestic friction. In a separated layout, 3 people can comfortably prepare for their day simultaneously, without crossing paths or compromising privacy. To apply this principle in your own home, you do not need to tear down drywall. Simply audit how your spaces overlap. Designate explicit, single-purpose zones for your daily routines, keeping clutter from one activity from bleeding into another. When you honor the boundaries of a physical space, you restore clarity to the activity taking place inside it. Washing before soaking. Step inside a Japanese furoba, or wet room, and you will notice something surprising. You do not step into the tub to get clean. Beside the deep soaking tub sits a dedicated washing station, complete with a low stool, a handheld spray nozzle, and wall-mounted basin. You sit, wash, and rinse your body completely before ever touching the bathwater. This system exists to preserve water and energy across an entire household. Because every family member enters the tub entirely clean, the same hot water can be shared sequentially without being drained after a single use. It transforms the bath from a quick hygienic errand into a pure ritual of heat therapy and muscle relaxation. From a behavioral standpoint, this separation of tasks breaks a complex process into 2 distinct psychological phases: maintenance and enjoyment. When we try to relax while simultaneously scrubbing away the dirt of the day, the brain remains anchored to work mode. By completing the labor first, the subsequent relaxation becomes total and uncompromised. Imagine sitting down on a low wooden stool, taking a deliberate 10 minutes to lather, and rinse without rushing. Only when the physical effort is finished do you submerge into clean, steaming water. The transition from active work to absolute stillness becomes absolute. In daily life, this translates to decoupling preparation from enjoyment. Finish your tasks completely before attempting to unwind, rather than letting lingering chores hover over your leisure time. True relaxation requires the complete removal of active effort, automated climate and thermal balance. At the heart of the Japanese bath system sits a wall-mounted control unit linked to a central digital boiler. With the press of a button, the system measures the exact volume of water, heats it to a precise degree, and maintains that exact temperature indefinitely. It even uses automated voice prompts to notify the household when the bath is ready, and recirculates heat through hidden floor pipes to prevent cold shock upon stepping out. This level of automation exists to eliminate micro-decisions and physical discomfort. In traditional Japanese architecture, homes lacked central heating, making the bathroom a potential zone of thermal shock during winter. Engineering precise climate control was not a luxury. It was a health imperative designed to regulate blood pressure and cardiac strain. Psychology shows that decision fatigue accumulates through small, repetitive adjustments, fiddling with hot and cold taps, testing water with a wrist, or shivering while waiting for a room to warm. When an environment automatically manages its own climate, it removes mental friction, allowing the user to remain entirely present. Picture stepping into a space where the air, the floor, and the water are already calibrated perfectly to your body's baseline. There are no adjustments to make, no sudden bursts of ice-cold water, and no fogged glass. Everything simply works as intended. You can implement this by automating the repetitive environmental controls in your home. Smart thermostats, scheduled lighting, and automated temperature presets remove the constant need to adjust your surroundings manually. Automation is not about laziness. It is about protecting your cognitive bandwidth for things that matter. The continuous self-drying environment. Perhaps the most impressive feature of the modern Japanese bathroom is what happens after you step out. With a push of a button on the ventilation panel, the entire room engages a high-efficiency heat pump cycle. Ceiling vents circulate dry, heated air while drainage channels built into the floor slate channel water directly towards sloped drains. Within an hour, every surface is completely dry, preventing mold, mildew, and water spots without a single wipe. This architectural system exists because Japan's humid summers create an ideal breeding ground for moisture damage. Rather than relying on constant human labor, scrubbing tile grout, wiping down walls, and squeegeeing glass, the room itself is designed to maintain its own hygiene. Human behavior relies heavily on environmental feedback loops. When a space requires constant, grueling maintenance to look presentable, we begin to resent the space itself. By embedding self-maintenance directly into the room's infrastructure, the mental burden of upkeep disappears entirely. Instead of spending your Sunday morning scrubbing mildew from grout lines, you simply close the door and let the room reset itself. The space returns to its pristine, original state while you focus on your day. In your own daily routine, seek out materials and systems that reduce friction. Choose non-porous surfaces, install proper high CFM exhaust fans, or use passive ventilation tricks to let your home do the cleaning for you. When your surroundings maintain themselves, your home becomes a source of energy rather than a list of chores. The ergonomics of low-level living. Look closely at the fixture heights in a Japanese bathing space, and you will notice an intentional shift toward the floor. Mirrors, shower heads, and storage ledges are positioned to be used while seated on a small, stable bath stool. This ergonomic choice honors the traditional floor-based living patterns of Japanese domestic life, but it serves a profound physical purpose. Standing in a slippery, hot environment forces your core muscles to stay constantly engaged to maintain balance. Sitting down lowers your center of gravity, instantly releasing tension throughout your lower back and legs. Behavioral psychology highlights how physical posture directly dictates internal mental states. Standing upright communicates alertness and readiness for action to the brain. Seated postures, particularly those close to the ground, signal safety, stability, and a cessation of effort. Consider the physical difference between standing under a high shower head, constantly shifting your weight, versus sitting comfortably at eye level with your tools, letting hot water cascade over your shoulders without any physical strain. The posture itself forces you to slow down. You can integrate this principle by reevaluating how you perform your daily self-care routines. Introduce stable seating into your grooming areas, lower the physical height of your relaxation spaces, and design moments that allow your body to fully offload its weight. When you lower your physical posture, your mind naturally follows. Multifunctional utility through smart design. The Japanese bathroom does not sit idle. When bathing is finished, during rainstorms or humid weather, the climate control panel transforms the entire sealed wet room into a high-capacity clothes dryer. Laundry is hung directly from sealing rods inside the room, and warm, dry air recirculates until the clothes are crisp and ready to fold, all without needing a bulky, standalone drying machine. This system maximizes spatial efficiency in high-density urban environments where square footage is extraordinarily expensive. Every cubic meter of space must earn its keep by serving multiple, highly effective purposes throughout the day. Psychologically, living in a space where every element serves a clear, dual purpose creates a sense of spatial harmony. Clutter accumulates when objects and rooms lack clear, efficient systems. When a single room smoothly transitions from a spa at night to a utility dryer during the day, it reinforces a lifestyle of intentionality. Imagine hanging your damp laundry inside a quiet, sealed room, pressing a single switch, and returning a few hours later to perfectly dry garments without ever occupying space in your living area. Look for opportunities in your home to create multifunctional systems. Streamline your appliances, utilize vertical airspace, and design rooms that can adapt seamlessly to different phases of your daily routine. True efficiency is not about having more rooms. It is about making every room work smarter. Returning to Shift 1, where we first observed the power of physical spatial separation, we begin to see how these individual engineering choices unite into a single, cohesive philosophy. What appears on the surface to be merely an advanced collection of tiles, sensors, and plumbing is actually a profound lesson in how to live with greater ease. By separating our competing needs, automating our micro-decisions, and designing environments that maintain themselves, we liberate our mental energy from the quiet friction of everyday life. The Japanese bathroom teaches us that luxury is not about golden fixtures, massive square footage, or grand statements. True luxury is the complete absence of unnecessary effort. It is the peace that comes when your surroundings are engineered to support your humanity rather than demand your labor. When you look at your own home today, ask yourself, where are the invisible friction points in your daily routine? And how might your life change if you designed your environment to do the heavy lifting for you?